right, welcome to B Shifter. John Vance, Josh Blum, and we are live at FRI, Kansas City, Missouri. Last day. Our booth is packing up here in just a couple hours, so if you were able to make it out, it was really good to see all the new Blue Card users, old Blue Card users, potential Blue Card users, the B Shifters out there, the people reading the buck slip and listening to the podcast. It's been a great few days here in Kansas City, so it's been a good visit. We had a lot of questions, Josh, people asking the ops chief kind of questions. Some of that has to do with implementation of SOGs because we're rolling out these SOGs right now in the B Shifter buck slip. There's 8 different ones. We did one last week. There's a new one coming up next week. If you want to subscribe to the B Shifter buck slip, it's our official newsletter. It comes out every week. It's for incident commanders and fire service leaders. And we have these free SOGs. We had command. We had division operations. We're going to do a Mayday SOG. It's all coming your way. We're saving you a lot of work. But the conversation at the booth has been, how do you implement it? What's the best way to get these SOGs into the hands of your firefighters and you start training on them and implementing them as a department? So what's your advice on that?
Yeah, so the SOGs we've released so far, you know, the command SOG, the platform, foundation, footer, right, for all the other SOGs we're going to push out, lines up with the tactical boss SOG, lines up with the accountability SOG that's getting ready to come out, lines up with the air management SOG, and all the other SOGs we're going to push out. So really, you got to start with that command SOG, go through it, figure out what works for your organization and how it fits, you know, really starting with deployment. So within that SOG we pushed out already for command, it has in there, you know, number one, to define your standard deployment. What does that really look like? How many resources do you have available? What can you really do in your area? Because you can only do the work that you have the people available to deploy. So, you know, it kind of starts there. And then, you know, most people use some kind of committee or whatever when they're building their SOGs. So, you know, just going through what we've put out as the platform with your committee, you know, gives it that, you know, foundation. And then you can have a discussion and really refine the SOG to fit your organization. And then once you make sure it matches what you want to do and how you deploy, then that's when you're really ready to push it out. And then it lines up with the Blue Card system, right? So what we do with Blue Card as far as training has to line up with that SOG. So every SOG we're pushing out, we have a piece of our program that lines up with training. And it's interesting. We're going to talk about big box, but Shane Ray just walked up to the booth right now from the National Fire Sprinkler Association. So, you know, that's fantastic. And we're going to be pushing out a big box SOG, you know, towards the end. But again, all the SOGs that we have and that we're going to push out, we provide, you know, the training component to go along with that. And as we have said, you can't have an SOG and not train on it, and you can't have an SOG that's not applicable to your organization. So I can't work at a 4-station fire department and take somebody's 35-station SOG and think it's going to work for me if I have 3-person staffing and they have 4-person staffing and my response times are different. And really, my geographic area is different when it comes to my risk. So it starts with that. What is the risk in the community and what does that look like?
Right. So this is going to keep going. We've got a few more weeks of SOGs coming out. You got to subscribe to the buck slip to get them. If you don't subscribe, you can find that link in the show notes to get onto that. Now Shane Ray's here, Chief. How's it going, bud? You want to sit down and talk to us for a second?
Yeah.
It'd be great. Go ahead and grab that microphone there. And how's your time been at FRI so far?
Hey, it's been an honor to sit up there on the stage today with Dr. Lori Moore Merrill and doing the things she's got going on. And speaking of SOGs, you know, we all need them. We need to keep honing them. Well, when we do the program with Big Box, we talk about NFPA 13E, which is the recommended practices for how you operate in buildings protected with automatic sprinklers. 1620 with pre-plans, NFPA 1620, NFPA 1700. The ISFSI's out there doing great work with training on 1700. You all use that in Blue Card, so it's all good stuff. It's an honor to be here. Thanks for being with you guys. I think we're going to have a little fire we're going to burn up in Minnesota so we can bring all the fire departments in and say, this is how you function. That's what we build. That's what you build the SOGs around, right? Mm-hmm. When do I turn it off? When do I not turn it off? When do I know the fire's under control? So all good stuff. It's great to be with you guys.
We're looking forward to you being at the conference October 5th and 6th. You're going to keynote. What are you going to be talking about? What can people look forward to when they see you in October?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about these big fires in these big buildings. We're going to talk about fires in all kinds of buildings. We're going to bring our live burn demonstration unit and our valve trailer out there so that you can put your hands on the systems. You can pump it. You can use the standpipe. The fire apparatus operator can know. It's like, all right, I'm pumping this thing at 150 and I can see it. And I can talk to the incident commander and let him know. We're going to create some scenarios that says, all right, something went wrong. What happened? How do you identify that? No. So be a great time. Looking really forward to getting there and spending time with good friends.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate the partnership that we have with the National Fire Sprinkler Association. You guys are doing good work. You're getting out everywhere. So it's really good that you're spreading the word. You do it in a way that we understand in the fire service, and you're sharing a lot of knowledge with us too, because I think this is going to make a huge difference. So thanks for coming to the conference. And is there anything else you want to throw out there?
I just want to say thank you to you all. It's like these systems, the buildings keep evolving, the systems keep evolving, and we got to keep up. So we're just trying to partner and work with the fire service as I always have. And thank you all for spreading the word and keep up the good work out there.
All right, Chief Ray, thanks. All right, back at FRI, and we're with Rich Merritt from Digital Combustion. And Digital Combustion is the platform that the Blue Card sims are actually played on. You might know it through that, but you can actually create your own simulations too with Digital Combustion. And you're going to be at the conference with us on October 5th and 6th in Cincinnati for the 2023 Hazard Zone Conference. So we look forward to having you there. Well, it's been about 2 years since we had you on the podcast. What's new with you guys?
Well, we've been, like always, we're always working on the software, trying to make things better and more realistic. And, we've since released Fire Studio 7, so that's out. It's got a lot of new fire and smoke, specifically a lot of the fire assets that you have now are beams, burning beams, cross members, windows, fire coming out of windows that can be pretty easily put in any kind of building because you can move the direction and get it looking pretty darn real now. So it's just like always, we're trying to make it, take it to the next level of realism.
That's cool. As far as learning how to use this, I know you guys have had different formats, and like my department right now, we're looking to train some people on building simulations. How does one go about learning how to build a sim to do it efficiently and make great looking sims for your department?
Well, a few different ways. I mean, initially, when you initially purchase the software, we steer you right toward our website where we have a tutorial page, and that tutorial page has a lot of how-to videos on it, from installing the software, activating it, and then all the way making your first simulation, adding custom backgrounds, adding additional content, and from there it just it'll snowball into whatever skill set you need. You can look at the more advanced videos.
How much time does it take to learn how to do this? I mean, if you were starting brand new, didn't really know much about how to build a simulation, how long would it take for you to get somebody up to speed?
Well, we have an online class that you can take, and so if you signed up for an online session, it's basically like a Zoom class where you're going to be working with an instructor one-on-one. He's going to be sharing his screen with you, and those classes are in 2-hour increments, and you can take just a 2-hour class like a beginning class, and you can add as many modules as you want. But initially, if you take that 2-hour class, that's going to get you really up to speed quickly where you can start building sims. And then once you start using the software, you're going to just intrinsically know more things just by using it. And so that 2-hour class is a really good place to start.
Excellent.
I'm looking forward to coming to the conference in Ohio, and we're going to just, at the class that I'm putting on, it's going to be talking about that, because a lot of the Blue Card users, they're using your simulations, obviously, but then once they want to get to that next step where they want to create their own, we're going to just talk about how you go about doing that, what the instructor edition of the software is all about, and I'll show you a lot of examples and different ways that you can use it in your own department to make your own simulations, and it'll be a pretty laid-back but fun class.
Nice. Looking forward to your class. Looking forward to seeing you in Cincinnati, October 5th and 6th at the Hazard Zone Conference. Thanks for the partnership. You guys have been great. It's been 15 years of working with Digital Combustion, if you can believe that. But you guys have been awesome to work with, and we really appreciate you being partners with Blue Card.
Well, it's been a great thing for us, and we've met a lot of your great instructors out there. Every class that we teach or when we come to these shows, it's Blue Card is everywhere, and so we're honored to be a part of it.
Excellent. Thanks, Rich.
All right. Thank you, John.
Well, here at FRI, we're getting a lot of people coming up talking to us about their grants. We've learned some East Coast departments that are getting some big Blue Card grants. We can help people with that. What's the process of getting help to put in a grant for Blue Card and Fire Command training?
We have had a lot of traffic at the booth with people who've gotten grants or who have asked about the grants or what does that look like for the application. So we can definitely help you with that when it comes to the verbiage. So, you could email us, josh@bshifter.com or jeffrey@bshifter.com, either one of those. Or if you go to our website, there's a direct link that you could email to ask about grants. If you pay attention to the podcast and the buck slip, we're probably going to do something here coming up pretty soon on grants. So kind of just a little tutorial. What does that really look like? Not just for AFG grants either, but we've gotten people who have had, local grants or Rotary Club grants or their state EMA, has given them a grant for Blue Card or to sustain Blue Card. So, just pay attention to that and watch for that. We're going to it'll probably end up on our YouTube site, so you could, always, have it available to you. But yeah, here at the booth, I think we've had 6 agencies come up that have gotten notification in the last 2 cycles of getting their AFG grant to either sustain Blue Card certification or to start the process. So, a couple of agencies that are, 3 or 4 stations, and, an agency came up that's got 41 fire stations. So they're getting it to certify their incident commanders and all of their write-up officers, acting officers in the Blue Card Command certification program. So, yeah, we can help with that. Just reach out to us.
And it's not just the cost of the program. These grants are covering other items as well, like a CTC in a box, other electronic things that you might need to do that kind of training with folks.
Yeah, so, I mean, when you do some of these grants, AFG has, some parameters in there, but, when you're doing certification programs, no different than, when you're sending people to paramedic school, you're usually pretty successful, with getting a grant, for those things that are certification-based training programs. And then locally, we have a bunch of fire departments that have gotten, like I said, their local Rotary Club or VFW or whatever has given them money to buy equipment, or we've even had some people who've had some local car dealerships, donate or help them to get a command vehicle prop that they could have available at their command training center, that is just the cab, so that they could, exercise that and train on what does it really look like and feel like when I'm sitting in the car running an incident. So maybe not during the certification part, but, as the ongoing piece goes, as far as maintaining certification, doing CE, having people operate where they really do. So, there's tons of money out there and available. You just got to be willing to, go after it. And we can help you with those things. So reach out to us.
Just a reminder, the Hazard Zone Conference is coming up October 5th and 6th, right outside Cincinnati, Ohio. It's easy to get to, and you can still sign up, get your people registered. We have some hotel blocks left. Go to bshifter.com for registration. I want to thank everyone for stopping by and seeing us at FRI, and also thank you for listening to B Shifter. We'll talk to you soon.